All right, guys. Round 3 with Thopter Brew. Yes, I would like to play first. Interesting. We're going to keep this. There are many decks where this is bad, but land spells, etc., etc. I mean, if we're against a combo deck, this is going to be a fairly short affair. All right, opponent's mulliganing, so that's good news. No, let's not pay life. It's worth pointing out that this hand is quite a bit better on the quite a bit better on the play than on the draw. Okay, so we thought cast. So obviously we're very in on the Elish Norn plan if we can get it to go. I don't know if we'll live that long. This will keep quite a bit of damage out of off our backs at least. Get hit for 1 here. I'm half tempted to get up planes here. Well, that makes things a lot more complicated, doesn't it? We'll get a planes. Okay, better. One, two, three, four, five. So we can take a lot of infect. So yeah, we're gonna have to do it this way. Part of me just wanted to get rid of the Ink Moth Nexus, but I think that's a little silly. So what we can do here is EE for 2. So let's see if he activates. I think we still activate E for 2. I think it's just too good here. I think it's also just a little too close for my taste in terms of the Ink Moth Nexus. All right, so we're going to take some damage here, cast our gifts. I don't think a cranial plating kills us here, so. let's go ahead and get an island. And this is pretty clear Elish Norn on burial rights here. Can't imagine him having much else. Okay. Well, that worked out. Affinity. We're going to bring in Ghost Quarters. We're going to bring in Disenchants. He'll likely have some graveyard fun for us. So things I don't like. I really don't like Muddle. Lingering Souls is great against him. Verdict's great. Ion is terrible. Can't imagine a scenario where I want Elspeth either. So let's cut. Let's cut 1 gifts. And 1 Thopter Foundry. But I suspect Thopter Foundry's quite good against him. Maybe I should have cut a Sword of the Meek. Right now we have 3 and 3 in our deck, so it's definitely not the end of the world. All right, we're definitely going to keep this hand. We're going to lead off with Basic Island to preserve our scry, unless he just goes absolutely bazonkers and we really need a white source. I'm trying to think of what opponents saw from us. I don't know that he'll put together that we're on the Thopter plan here. All right. I wonder what's in his hand exactly. That he went Darksteel said, what a weird hand. I should be able to 1-for-1 him pretty efficiently here. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I assume Thirst for Knowledge is going to be the take here, but this is the kind of card that you're very happy to see out of Affinity. Really, the way that they beat you is pressure. And taking cards out of my hand and not putting threats on the board is not great. Oh. Bro, I know, man. He must have just a lot of reactive stuff going on over there. Okay, there's the Ink Moth. Springleaf Drum, again. Wow, his hand is just... Not that mine's anything to write home about, but boy. I think you can make a decent argument that I shouldn't have played that and tried to get him to fire up Ink Moth. He knows the path is in my hand. If I keep ripping lands, that's obviously going to be a problem. But I will definitely take one poison here. Would much rather use Ghost Quarter on him. Did he just play an Ornithopter into the EE? No. All right, so what we're going to do here, going to path this. Ghost Quarter that. Because I really don't need a reverse library Alexandria going on here. And then I'll blow EE. Okay, so now we're definitely going to gift for the engine, I would assume. I can't imagine why I would want to do much of anything else. Vault Skirts, that's fine. And this is Thoughtcast. Cranial plating, interesting. Okay. So if we on Burial Rites, Elishnorn. I still think this is the stronger play than getting Sword going. Especially with opponent having no cards in hand. All right. Well, that worked out. The matchup against Affinity is probably as bad as the matchup is against Tron. So, all right, on to round 4.